Today we're making cream cheese foam drink for cheap and free. So far, we've had tortilla, block of cheese, butter cookie, and Dr. Pepper float. Now we're going to have cream cheese. Add the cream cheese. Add the cream cheese. You can get the cream cheese from anywhere, most likely in Tucker's fridge. Tucker always has whipped cream cheese. If you ask nicely, he lets you eat it. We love our cream cheese. You need to have more whipped cream cheese. It won't come off the spoon. If it doesn't come off the spoon, you can always tap. You just tap it. Just don't get it on your clothes. If you don't want to get it on your clothes, you put it on the floor and you put your hand over it. I seem to have been shaking it too much and some snot has started rolling down my nose. I'm gonna need to have a tissue. Thank you. You can always get tissues for cheap and for free. Just go ask somebody nicely. You don't need to. You don't need to wash your hands after you blow your nose because it's just for you. And now we get to have the spoon of the cream cheese. Mmm. Tasty. You can taste the whip. Salty. We love the salty. Here you go. Thank you. Now is the second most important ingredient. It's a cold foam. You can always get this for cheap and for free. You just have to ask for it. Now we're gonna put in the cold foam. See, we have the whipped cream cheese. And now we have some cold foam. It's very nice. First, before we stir, we have to be thankful for how we got here. Now we can move on. Ooh. Foamy. Chunky. Like I like my ladies. Mmm. Looks like cottage cheese. Smells like an unscented garbage bag. But I think it's fine. We'll cut that out. This isn't funny. Alright, I think we've got it at a pretty consistent texture. Should we try it before we add our liquid? Before we try it, we should be grateful for how we've got here. Now we can move on. Mmm. Better with every smell. Mmm. Kind of sour. Kind of smells sour. All right. We have a selection of selections. We have a Dr. Pepper, 23 flavors. a Starry, and we have almond milk, and we have Nuri, the sponsor of today's video. They specifically asked that I not use their product in this drink, as they do not want to be associated with anything like this. So out of respect to them, we're gonna not choose this one. Wiz Khalifa Farms, the sponsor of today's video. Today they've asked that we not use their product in this video, as to not be associated with anything like this. So out of respect to Wiz Khalifa Farms, dairy-free, soy-free, I'm gonna have to not use this product. Starry, lemon lime, caffeine-free. Starry is the sponsor of today's video. Starry, drink fresh. Better ingredients, better Starry. Starry's asked that we not use them in this video. But I don't know. Yeah. Let's respect our sponsors. Dr. Pepper. An authentic blend of 23 flavors. Dr. Pepper is the sponsor of this video. Foamy. Have you ever smelled if you threw cream cheese, cold foam, and Dr. Pepper into an unscented trash bag? Now I have. Foamy. Delicious. Now it's time for a sip. Now it's time for a sip. Chunky. Salty. Bubbly. Maybe we need to stir it a little more. The chunks are kind of nice. It adds a little bit of texture. Cold Foam's not a sponsor. We added a little more Dr. Pepper. You can always get Dr. Pepper for cheap and free. You just have to ask. Before we continue our drink, we should be grateful for how we got here. Now we can continue. You can always be grateful for cheap and for free. You just have to ask. It's starting to grow on me. The chunks had a specific character to the cheap and free. You can always get chunks for cheap and for free. All you have to do is make Dr. Pepper cream cheese drink, cold foam, stir. This video was sponsored by Unscented Trash Bags by Glad. It always helps to breathe heavier after you've taken a sip. Your heart will feel weird for cheap and free. We're almost done now. So close. The chunks will be waiting for you at the end. They've all gathered together to storm the castle of your taste buds. They get bigger as you go. They're like baby teeth, but softer. I feel like the Tooth Fairy. But with chunky Dr. Pepper cream cheese, cold foam. This is in loving memory of Steve Carell. He didn't die, he ascended. He now mogs and has a positive cantle tilt. I think we've gotten to the end here. Just about. We have a few more chunks. We have a few that are trying to get away. Not all of the chunks are aware of their purpose in life. How interesting. You can always have the purpose for your life for cheap and for free. Most of the time, your purpose in life is to make Dr. Pepper cold foam cream cheese drink for cheap and for free. All done. This is our video on how to make Dr. Pepper cold foam cream cheese drink for cheap and for free. But before we end this video, let's be grateful for how we got here. I give the drink 3 out of 3 stars. 1 star for flavor. 2 stars for texture. And 3 stars for personality. I feel like I really got to know this drink today. For cheap and for free. But before I close this last thought, I'd like to mention our sponsor, Dr. Pepper. Authentic blend of 23 flavors, 12 fluid ounces, also known as 355 milliliters for those of us across the pond. 150 calories. Really makes you think. I'm grateful for Dr. Pepper. Cold Foam's not a sponsor. Well, I think we're supposed to wrap this up. Hold on. You don't have to wash your hands before you keep blowing your nose, because it's you who's blowing your nose, not your friend. Alright. Thanks for watching. We're gonna come back next week with more videos. Stay grateful.